Dyer's Daily.
So I want to present a little bit of a dilemma. Don't worry, it's nothing major. It's just it's a purchasing dilemma, right? So basically, I'm currently on the lookout for a stereo, a hi-fi system, to those old enough to remember when they were called that. And basically, the system I've got currently is wonderful. It's got a tape deck, CD player, and FM radio, right? All the mod cons. But the problem is I have a record player that requires a preamp. Now this thing doesn't work with the record player. I've got another one that I use that has got a preamp in it, but to be honest, I'm getting a bit fed up of using it. I want to use my proper one that at one time I paid a lot of money for. So here is the thing. Here's my dilemma. Do I just buy a preamp to attach to my hi-fi, which will then mean that the two devices can talk to each other, or do I buy an entirely new hi-fi that has the preamp already installed in it? It seems like a no-brainer, doesn't it? It seems like actually I'm making a bit of a mountain out of a molehill, but actually, like, I don't want to spend any more money than I have to, and I'll be honest, the tape deck is pretty much at the end of its days. The CD player works very well, but it's one of those little units, you know, and I miss the days when you could just go out and buy like a hi-fi with a preamp in it, and they'll actually expect you to use a vinyl player with it. It was all kind of set up for it. These days there are all these little mini systems with like Bluetooth and stuff enabled, and it's like I don't really like that, you know. I like a hi-fi to be a hi-fi, the old-fashioned separates hi-fis, that sort of thing. But you see, then I saw someone the other day who was selling one for about £300, and I thought, I can't justify that. No matter how good music is, I don't think I could justify that at this particular time, because the hi-fi is old, and I'm always at this thing about buying second-hand equipment like that. Like, is it going to break down after 5 minutes? Is there something going to go wrong with it? I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. So, like I say, I'm literally at a crossroads when it comes to buying a hi-fi. Do I buy this preamp that just plugs into my unit and allows my nice deck to talk to my hi-fi, or do I purchase a brand new hi-fi which would probably be maybe double the cost of the preamp? But then again, how many actually have it installed these days? Because like I say, everyone's buying those like portable turntables these days. I hate those things. I mean, I've got one literally because it's the only way I can play my records at the moment, but I've got one, but I find it doesn't feel real somehow, like a suitcase vinyl player with rubbish speakers that I plug into this hi-fi because it's got a preamp already installed in it. So it doesn't feel real somehow. It feels kind of false. And I've heard all these rumours that those record players, don't quote me on it, but those record players actually cause damage to your precious vinyl. And the thing is, I don't have a lot of money to spend on vinyl, so the ones I do have, I treasure. I've got quite a few of them now. I've been collecting for over 15 years, before it was cool again to collect them. So, like I say, I'm at a little bit of a crossroads, and I might even come back to this at a later stage, because I find it interesting. I'd like to know what you think. Let me know. Do you still have a hi-fi? Is a hi-fi still a valid source? I mean, I've got an Amazon, you know, whatchamacallit. I can't talk about it. I can't say the name of it. An Amazon Echo, because, well, I listen to radio on it. I listen to music on it. But is a hi-fi really a justified piece of equipment now? Is it worth me buying a new hi-fi, or is it worth just using the old one that I've got and buying a preamp? Who knows? I will let you know on a future episode, but right now I really need to go.
Dyers Daily.
Thank you very much for listening to Dyers Daily. Please be sure to subscribe to Dyers Daily on YouTube as well as on your favourite podcast provider. Oh, and while you're there, please rate and comment as well. You can also email us dyersdaily@southwavesaudio.co.uk if you have any messages for the show. Thank you very much for listening once again. My name is Jamie Dyer and I shall see you on the next podcast. Have a great day. This is a South Waves Audio production.